Shalom, my friends. I hope you had a nice weekend and a refreshing, relaxing, and renewing Shabbat. I've just finished teaching this week's confirmation class, and it was a pleasure to be with my students again as we discussed Passover and the blessings in our lives, even if it was only through Zoom. And I want to take a moment at the outset of this message to you to thank all of our teachers, as well as our full-time staff, Molly, Mike, Stacy, Ruthann, and our lay leadership for all that they do continually to help serve the members of this community, especially during these trying times. This week marks a very special time on the calendar for both our Jewish community and our Christian neighbors. For this year, Passover, which begins on Wednesday evening, and Holy Week, which is the week immediately preceding Easter Sunday and begins today, fall at the same time. This time during normal time periods would be a week for all of us to be celebrating our respective holidays, those which have helped define our respective faith traditions. But, and I don't need to tell you this is not a normal year. As I said to you this past Friday night during our Kabbalat Shabbat service, Pesach will be difficult this year. For many of us, including me, this is a favorite moment, a favorite holiday on the Jewish calendar. Being able to make so many familiar dishes from my childhood, being able to sit around the table in my home on the first night, and with many of you from CDT on the second, singing and laughing, and telling the story of our people's exodus from slavery to freedom. But this year will be different. We will not be physically together. Those usually around my table will be physically absent, and those who I sit with for the CDT Seder will not be able to join together in person either. Even some of the recipes will not be the same, as the shelves in the stores are no longer as full as they were even a couple months ago. But as my friend and colleague, Episcopal priest and professor of Bible at Bright Divinity, Dr. Will Gaffney, wrote on her Facebook page this morning, it's okay to say it's not the same. It's okay that our best efforts won't always reproduce what we are missing and that we feel a sense of loss. It's okay to mourn the loss of each other's company and assembling together for worship. It's okay. It is okay. It's not great, but it will be okay. So as we approach this year's Pesach, which celebrates our collective freedom from bondage in Egypt, just like our ancestors of old, we have entered into a new world. The Hebrew word for Egypt is Mitzrayim, which comes from the root word tsar, meaning a narrow place. However, unlike the new world our ancestors walked through the sea to enter, this new world has not taken us from the narrow place. It has placed us into one. We are physically distant from our families, friends, communities, even our synagogue. And yet, even though we have narrowed our existence because of social distancing, many of us have still found the ability to socially and spiritually connect in different ways. And we have found the way to endure and strengthen in a multitude of ways our Kehila Kadosha, our holy community. The Midrash speaks of Nachshon ben Aminadab, who was the first to head into the Sea of Reeds, into the unknown, with only his faith to protect him. At this Passover, as we extend our Seder tables, not only by mere feet to make room for others, but in some cases across miles, time zones, and I've heard for some of you, even across continents, we will all become like Nachshon, braving the unknown, using our faith to guide us, and just like our ancestors did, building a new world together. So I'm going to invite you to head into the sea with me. Search for the blessings that are still in our lives and do your best to make this Passover as meaningful as possible. At Dor Tamid, you will have many opportunities to celebrate and to learn with us about this holiday. Tomorrow afternoon, you can join with Molly on our Facebook page at 3:30 for a look at creating your own Seder plate and some creative ideas that she has to make your Seder original and exciting. It should be a really engaging and enlightening afternoon and discussion, so I hope you will join Molly and join all of us in learning together. Then on Tuesday morning at 11, you can join with me on Zoom for our next in-depth look at the basics of Judaism. where we will discuss Passover, its history, its laws, and its customs. And Tuesday night will be our next musical moment with Mike at 7 o'clock on Facebook. I hope you will all join in this spiritually uplifting and healing moment. Then on Wednesday, you can start your day by studying Torah with me at 11 o'clock on Zoom as we continue our discussion together of the book of Leviticus. And then on Wednesday night, for those of you who don't yet have plans for your Seder, who don't yet know who you will be connecting with online or how you will be having Seder in your own homes, I would like to cordially invite you to join with Marnie, Noah, Caden, and I virtually in our home for our family Seder, which will begin at 6 o'clock on Zoom. We'll go through the service together, and then we'll take a short break so we can all make sure to eat dinner, and then come back together after a little bit to finish the service. Thursday morning, we will have a festival shachrit at 10 o'clock on Facebook. And then on Friday, Molly will show us how to make kosher for Passover meatballs and rice on Facebook at 11 o'clock, and she has assured me that she will explain why rice in this instance is okay to eat on Passover. I know that some of you have already had questions about that. And then on Friday evening, we will welcome in Shabbat, as we do each week, with a song session and a story, followed by our Kabbalat Shabbat service, which begins at 7:15, streamed on both our website, dortamid.org, as well as our Facebook page. And then finally this week, we will continue celebrating Shabbat with story time at 9:15, morning service at 10 o'clock, and Havdalah, the service separating Shabbat with the rest of the week, at 7:30, all of which can be found on our Facebook page. We have additionally put together a number of resources on our website to help you celebrate Passover, including our own CDT Haggadah, a step-by-step video guide to help you run your own Seder, which will be posted in the next day or two, and some of our staff's favorite Passover recipes, along with videos to show you how to make them. Additionally, some of you have sent your favorite Passover recipes to be posted, and if you do have a favorite recipe to share, I invite you to email it to me along with the source it came from, and I will make sure to add it up on our website. Finally, please keep in mind that we are here for you if you need anything, whether it is help getting the basic essentials such as food or medications, which we will do our best to assist you with, or just if you need someone who has the ability and willingness to listen, someone to talk to. You can always reach out by calling the Dor Tamid office phone number, which is still being monitored by members of our staff at 770-623-8860. And you can always email me at rabbi@dortamid.com. I want to wish you all a happy, healthy, and meaningful Passover. And remember, even though Pesach will be different this year, it will be okay. For when we say L'Shana Haba'ah B'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem at the end of our Seder, we will also add a prayer. L'Shana Habayad B'Yachad. Next year, may we be back together physically and in good health. Hag Sameach, have a happy and healthy Passover, and have a great week.